Welcome back to It's Track Time. Today, let's talk about maximizing our use of the track surface. When you first come out to an F1 track, you'll notice this red and white striped curbing. At first, you think it's there to mark the apexes, but then after you look at it more closely, you notice when you push out of a turn, like right here, the red and white striped curbing is there as well. So this is actually put in place to deter you from leaving the track surface. It's actually a rumble strip, and it's going to disrupt your traction. Out to the outside of that, they sometimes paint green. Green is an area that they expect you to go out beyond the edge of the track surface. As you cross over here, you'll see we go around turn 11, and then I push out over the rumble strip onto the green. I accelerate, and then I push back across the rumble strip. You don't want to hang out on the rumble strip because you're going to lose traction. By F1 rules, you must keep at least one tire touching that inside white line. If all four of your tires are beyond that white line, you've exceeded the track surface and they give you penalties. So as you come around this turn here, turn 12, you're going to get a good look at that rumble strip. You can see how it's kind of stacked. And then if you notice here, see how there's a double white line there? They put that in place for the F1 drivers to get a little bit more track surface. So they can keep only one tire on that and you're legal. As we come around this next one, you move to the next level of deterrent, and that is a sausage curve. And you can see it here on this particular apex. It's going to be orange. It protrudes up over the track surface. If you hit that, it's going to throw your car into the air, and you're going to definitely lose traction. As we move around here in the stadium complex, you can see everything's marked with the rumble strip curbing. As you turn around 15, you can see that they have given you a runoff, and you can push out onto the runoff, accelerate, and then quickly cross back over the rumble strip to not lose traction. And now we're going to go into the carousel. High-speed piece, you can see the rumble strip there on the inside to keep you from cutting the apex. You can see the rumble strips on the outside to keep you from exceeding the track on the outside there. Now we're moving at very high speed. We're over 100 miles an hour. We're coming into turn 19. We track out, and here is another one of the sausage curves. So you don't want to hit those at high speed. In this next clip, you're going to get a look at what it looks like.
We go down to the paddock, Ted. Hello, Crofty. Hello, Anthony, Paul, Karun, everybody. Yep, the paddock here in Monza.
So you can see this guy hit the sausage curve and was thrown into the air. The air got underneath his car, and it pitched him into the air. Definitely you don't want to hit these straight on, and you don't want to hit them with a very low car. Okay, so as you come out of 19, now this is the last piece of curbing that you're going to look at. And this is at the turn of the apex of 20. You can see it right here, and it looks like a truncated sausage. And so this one, I'll call it a pyramid because it's triangular in shape. It has very steep sides. If you hit that one, you're going to get launched into the air as well. And so it's always good to go around the track once when you get out there and see where these are mounted and where they're taken away. Sometimes, depending on the series that comes out, they put them everywhere on the track, and at other times they remove them on certain areas. So as we come up into the S's here, you're going to get a look there. Turn 1, you can see there's one of the pyramid curves. As you come down through turn 2, you've got the rumble strips on both sides, but you don't have any of the additional curbs that throw you into the air. Then you come into the S's, and here's turn 3, and you don't see any place to even mount one. Turn 4, now they painted it green, and there's a place to mount one, but it's not there. At this next turn, you can see there's a place to mount one, but it's not there. Here you see a place that they can mount one, but it's not there. Then you go around and it's clean. And then you get to 6 here and you can see that there is a place to mount one. And then you come around here to, I think this is actually 8. You come around 8 and this one's clean. So this one, it's not painted green, but you could possibly use it. Here's 9. And you can see that they painted over the place where they mounted, so I don't think you're going to see one there again. You push out here, this is clean, and then 10 would be a horrible place to have one, and of course they don't have one, thank God. Then you can push out here to the outside, you got green, and as you come down into turn 11, you can see you can push out, and then there is one of the pyramids at turn 11. That one's always there, so you don't want to cut that corner. Okay, so now let's watch a guy go through the S's pushing the limit. You can see he went over the marker there, over the marker there, over the marker there. He doesn't come onto the red here, even though he's kind of getting to the edge of it right there. He kind of pushes over the edge of this one, and then you can see him using the red here. This is kind of an interesting move. This is a good trick. And so let's take a look at that trick a little closer. So as you come up on turn 8, you want to straddle the rumble strip, get onto the red. You want to keep your other tire on the black to maintain your traction. You're pushing on the edge of the black there. Now you transition over to turn 9, cut that apex. You're on the throttle now. You track out onto the green. Set up for 10. Cut into 10. 10 doesn't have a curb there, so you can do whatever you want there. And now you track out again. You're full throttle. You're trying to maximize this short straight, trying to get as much speed as you can. You're going downhill, and now you come into the braking zone. You brake going into turn 11. So let's look at this from a different angle now. So here's a guy trying to execute this. So you can see he pushes beyond the edge of the track there. So by F1 rules, he's off the track. Punches over this, tracks out onto the green, sets up for 10, goes through 10, tracks out onto the green again, legal because he kept his tire on the white, and goes into turn 11. Okay, so let's look at his second attempt here. Loses the back end of the car, goes out, now he's straddling it properly, comes across turn 9, tracks out, comes across turn 10, tracks out onto the green again, sets up for 11, and comes through turn 11. So let's look at what the speed advantage is here. So this is Matt in the GT4 RS. He straddles it. Notice he gets down about 58 miles an hour at this, or 48 miles an hour at this apex here. He comes over the top and goes over to the apex on turn 9. Gets up about 66 there. He pushes out onto the green. He's already full throttle. Coming through 10. He's going to max out at about 103, and now he's trying to maximize the speed going down to turn 11. And watch how high he gets there. He's going to get it to about 132, and then he brakes. So now I'm going to use the same car, and I'm going to do this with a conservative line. So I'm coming into it faster than him. I come through this apex faster than him. And then I can't get up over the top of this. I can't get my throttle open. So at this turn, I'm 5 miles per hour slower than him. And as we go over to turn 10, I think he was at 97, 98. Actually, I'm at 97. He was at 103 on that one. And then we go down into turn 11. He maxed out at 131. And I'm at 128. So he gets higher top speed here. He maximizes this short straight. Overall, it's a win. That's a good trick to pull. So now let's go back and look at that curbing again.
Dramatic happened.
This is somebody hitting the curbing, sliding. You can see how you're launched into the air.
That Anthony. My goodness.
Brings back memories
Not what you want.
In 2 years ago.
Wow.
But you see what happened there? It was the sausage curb on the inside of turn 18 that actually launched the car, and the FIA, Charlie Whiting in particular,
So here's the highest speed sausage curb you're going to hit at COTA. This is on turn 19. So you're set up to the outside, and then you cut to the inside, and you can see there's the sausage. You're going to put your tires up against the edge of that. Now, notice the angle you're at and how you got to pinch this thing off. And so that's where you lose the speed right there. So let's look at this again at full speed. So you come in, you track out, and you set up for it. You can't see it yet, and now you can see it. You can align to it, but now look at the angle. You got to pinch in here, and you're going to lose some speed right there. So an alternative to that is to do this line. So notice Maverick is back a distance from me. He's maintained the same speed that I'm going. He's not closing that gap yet. So I'm going to have to slow down to make it around the edge of that sausage curve. He's going to maintain his speed. When he sees it, he's going to aim at it, and he's going to straddle it. So you can see he can see it now. He aims the car at it. He straddles it. He makes the radius of that turn more shallow, and he's able to get more speed. Notice how he's closer to me already. And as we go into 20, he's going to get even closer because he has more speed coming out of turn 19. Look how close he is. Okay, so here's Matt. Notice how we're in the same car. Everything's the same on these two cars. Notice how we're maintaining the same gap, traveling at the same speed. He sets up, he sees it, he straddles it. I go to the outside. I have to pinch off the turn right here. Notice the speed that he's carrying right there. He's already got an opening on me. We come around this turn, and there's the advantage. He's just leaving me. He entered the turn earlier, and now he's using his speed to walk away from me. Okay, so in the end, you want to be this guy. You want to hit the sausage turn and not get flying through the air. You don't want to be this guy. Don't want to get launched into the air and hit that thing at the wrong angle.
The best of the season, it has to be said. The beautiful people here passing around, all air kisses and dark glasses.
So in the end, of course, be safe. Try this stuff out. Try it with a car that's higher up off the ground. And we'll see you next time.